Alright, everybody. I'm not gonna lie. This meme is starting to get a little stale. It's starting to get stale for me. More pertinently, I'm just getting tired of doing so goddamn many of these. And people keep making them and sending them to me. And I feel almost obligated. I just feel like, I can't pass up the opportunity to do a tier list when it's sent my way. But I think I'm gonna need a break. So I'm just gonna do this one last batch for now, and then I'll return to this at some point. Maybe I'll do one a month or every couple of weeks or something like that, in big batches. So the first one, somebody made this Ultimate PlayStation 2 game rankings because they said they wanted to just kind of see my what I know of PS2. And I'll tell you, I didn't play the PS2 for most of its existence, so I definitely missed a lot of this era. I only kind of got into the PS2 later, and I got pretty into it. So I have played more of these than you would think with that introduction. There's a lot of fucking Bleach and Dragon Ball Z games in this list. There's like a whole row of just Bleach, Naruto, and DBZ games. Well, anyway. And also, goddamn, I can never tell which one is Kingdom Hearts 1 and which one is Kingdom Hearts 2, but I think this is probably Kingdom Hearts 1 that we're starting off with. So I'm going to put that in mid-tier just to start us off. I played through most of it, thought it was pretty okay. It's not a game I could really see myself returning to. I have not played Max Payne, unfortunately. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 3... I had played, I didn't know Guitar Hero 5 was on the PS2. That's ludicrous. But I haven't played Smash Hits 5 or whichever one this one is. I think I did play World Tour. So, alright, this is going to be hard to score. Because, like, Guitar Hero 1, I think I have to put it in probably at least high tier, if not top. I mean, this was the first one. It was really exciting, but it's not the one I would return to. So I'm going to go ahead and put Guitar Hero 1 in a high tier. I remember having less strong feelings about 2, so I'll put that one in mid tier. And then 3 was the one I played the most of by far, so I'll put that in top tier. And it really just comes down to song selection. 3 had the most songs that I liked in it, especially because it had all those bonus unlockable tracks, which included like FCP Remix by The Fall of Troy, and the game had Knights of Sidonia by Muse, which was like the most fun song to play. Between those two alone, it was the most fun track list for me. I remember World Tour, though, not being as great. So I'll put that one in mid-tier as well. Ratchet & Clank Going Commando. This was like my favorite video game for a little while. Definitely a god tier. I would say it's one of the sickest. Oh my god, there's even more fucking Guitar Heroes. Okay, I did not play the 80s one or the Metallica one. Okami, I've only played a little bit of, not enough to rate it, so I'm going to put it in haven't played. Same goes for God Hand. Same goes for Metal Gear Solids 2 and 3. Katamari Damacy, I think this game is fucking fantastic. I do think it has some weaknesses that We Heart Katamari kind of ironed out, but then We Heart Katamari also has a few weaknesses. I talked about these at length with Hypocrite in a video on his channel after having watched him play through both games directly in a row at RadCon 3. I'm just going to go ahead and put them both in top tier. I think they're both fantastic games. Full Throttle, I think is what this is. Something? No, what the fuck? Rough Trooper? I can't really read it. I'm putting it in haven't heard of because I don't think I've heard of it. Haven't played Call of Duty 3. Ratchet & Clank 3, for all of the reasons that the Gaming Brit goes over in his video about this game. I did find it more disappointing at the time. I never ended up beating it. I'm going to put it in mid-tier. Go watch his video if you want a longer explanation, rundown. I haven't played World at War. I played both Zone of the Enders. The first one had like a pretty interesting story, and I liked. It was one of those things where it's like I liked the mechanics, I guess, but it felt like a proof of concept of a game. Like most of it had was just not that exciting. I think I'd put that one in mid-tier, but Zone of the Enders 2 was fucking badass, so I'd put that in top tier. Definitely improved over the first game in every conceivable way. Odin Sphere. I only played a little bit of this on the actual PS2. I played a lot more of it on the PS4 version. I talked about it in a 2 weeks review or something like that. I think it's a pretty cool game. I beat one of the character's narratives, and then I was very disappointed that you switch to another character and basically play through the same levels, but with all of your powers gone. So I did not end up playing further than that. So like I haven't had the full experience of this game, but I enjoyed what the maybe 10 hours I got out of it. So I think I'd put it in probably high tier for now. Never got to play Monster Hunter because I did not know how to connect my PS2 to the internet when I was a child. Which Ratchet & Clank is this? Size Matters. I thought this was the PSP game and Secret Agent Clank. I didn't think either of those were on the PS2. Ratchet Deadlocked was a pretty fucking solid, fun time. A great multiplayer game. I think I'd probably put it in maybe even in the top tier. It's one I've played through it multiple times just because it's such a fun co-op game. I already talked about Beautiful Joe in the GameCube list, but I have not played it on PS2 at all. Definitely have not played Destroy All Humans. Psychonauts, I'm putting in the mid-tier. I think that the writing and voice acting in this game is phenomenal. I love the imagination of it, but I think that the controls and the platforming are really frustrating. I think that all of its different gameplay styles that it goes to in different worlds are never just explored fully enough. They're explored very well thematically, but not in terms of like how the gameplay actually feels. So, I'm sure I've written about it sometime back in the past. Sly Cooper 1, I would put in high tier. This was the game that got me into the PS2 and really into video games in a big way in 2004. I grew up with video games, obviously, but this made me suddenly not want to care about anime for a while and to play video games instead. I've not played any of the Spider-Man games for the PS2 just because I've never been a huge Spider-Man guy. Have not played any of the Narutos either. I sadly have not played Sly 2, even though I know Hypocrite considers it miles better than the first game and one of his favorites. He has a great video about it, but I never got around to it. Never played any of these DBZ games. I mean, you're just padding my haven't played here with all this shit. Sly 3 I never got around to for the obvious reason that I never played Sly 2. I don't know why the Sly Coopers are mixed in the middle of this gigantic, endless wave of fucking Shonen Jump games. Okage, I think my brother owned this game, but I don't think I ever played it. Never played Tai. Jak and Daxter, the first game. Pretty fucking solid game. I did not beat it because it gets pretty hard towards the end. But the world is beautiful and memorable. The controls feel good. It's a collectathon. I like those things for the most part. I haven't replayed it anytime recently, so I don't really know how it holds up, which I could say about a lot of these games. But I think probably... Oh, did I put Sly Cooper in high tier? I think I should have put it in top tier, right? And along with Jak and Daxter. Yeah, we'll put them all in top tier. Great games. Never played any of these tie games. As I have said in another video, I never was interested in Grand Theft Auto. It is the opposite of my type of game. I didn't realize even Sonic Heroes was on the PS2. Did not have Mega Collection for PS2. Did not play Sonic Unleashed, which I thought was a 360 game. Shadow of the Colossus. This is a fucking phenomenal game. I would definitely put it in the God tier. What do I need to say about it? It's been talked about to death. I've never played Jak 2 or Ico, sadly. Didn't play any of these Spyro games for the PS2. Devil May Cry is a... Do I put it in top or God tier? It's pretty fucking good. It's a lot of fun. I haven't played it in a very long time. I've watched Tom play through it, which was fun. I think I'd put it in top tier. And Devil May Cry 2 I never played because everybody says it sucks. Devil May Cry 3... I couldn't get very far in this game because it is hard as shit. And I think I had the harder version of it or something because I know there's 2 different versions and one is even harder. It took me a long time just to even get past the Cerberus boss, and then I made a little bit more progress. So I don't know if I've played this enough to really properly rate it because I think I got maybe 7 hours in, which, I mean, probably is enough to beat the game for someone who's good at it, but not for me. I'm just going to put it in top tier because I feel as though it is a phenomenal game. It probably belongs in God tier, but I haven't played enough. Didn't play these Crash games, never played Jak 3. Final Fantasy X, one of my favorite video games. I would put it in the God tier. I already kind of said why in a different video on RPGs. Final Fantasy XI, I did not play. Did not play Tales of Destiny 2 or any of the. I didn't play any of the Tales games on the PS2. This is literally this Tales of Symphonia literally has the GameCube logo on it. I don't think Tales of Symphonia was ever released on PS2, was it? I thought it only came out on the PS3 in the HD collection, but it was a GameCube exclusive throughout this gen, right? I could be wrong, but it seems weird. Never played Jack X or Tales of the Abyss. Never played these Taiko Drum Master games or the SpongeBob games. Why are there so many SpongeBob games? Why is this list full of SpongeBob games? All of the PS2 games you could have put in this fucking list, and you loaded it with SpongeBob games. What in the fuck is going on? Is this a meme list? God of War. I enjoyed this game at the time. I think it's pretty solid. I don't know if it holds up all that well. I think it's probably safe to put it in high tier. God of War 2 as well. I didn't like God of War 2 as much as God of War 1 when I played it. I think they probably are pretty much on par though. Shinobi. I have not played Shinobi, but I do think it is badass from watching Tom play through the whole game. Not gonna rate it. Didn't play Nightshade. Haven't played Persona 4. Persona 3 is definitely high tier. I've talked about it in another video. Kingdom Hearts 2. There's 2 different Kingdom Hearts 2s in here, it seems like. I don't know what's the deal with that. This is also a Kingdom Hearts. I didn't think there were this many Kingdom Hearts on the PS2. Ratchet & Clank 1 is going in top tier. Love that game. Well, this is a very weird PS2 list. Like, it's called the Ultimate PlayStation 2 Game Ranking, 125 games, except that most of it is just Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Bleach, and One Piece games, and stuff I'm not even sure was on the console. This does not even remotely represent all of the PS2 games that I have or have played. Not a lot of JRPGs in here, none of the Nipponichi games, no Shadow Hearts, like all the stuff I complained about not being in the RPG tier list. No Xenosaga, there's like no RPGs other than Final Fantasy X in this whole fucking chart. Like, the PS2 was an RPG machine for me. So it's weird to see so few of them in here and then like a million fucking Naruto games. Well, this was a disappointing chart. I'm sorry, everybody. I should have probably vetted it before I fucking did it. Anime Tsundere tier list maker. Okay. I don't even know. I gotta just start with the ones who are actually good. Some of these are kind of slant Tsundere, but I don't think I'm like opposed to anything on this list. So right away, the best ones, Senjo Gahara is definitely God tier. Let's see, Haruhi, obviously God tier since she is a god. Who else do I want? Taiga, she can go in the God tier. Asuka, definitely God tier, possibly the greatest of all time in terms of just being a fucking great character. But I'm not gonna put anything in GOAT unless I really, really feel. Akane from Ranma and Half, I would put in top tier. Is her name Akane? I fucking don't even remember. Rin Tosaka, I would put in. I'm gonna put her in high tier. She's really fucking hot. I don't know if I really care about her as a character enough to put her any higher. Alright, so Kaname Chidori, she's kind of milquetoast. I'd put her in mid tier. This is some guy from Hitalia I haven't seen. This is the girl from Cross Game. Haven't seen her. Haven't seen enough Nisekoi. I'm not even sure who this bitch is. I know I've seen her around, but I don't know really who she is. This is the fucking Ogiue. Ogiue probably goes in the... Oh, is she top or God tier is really what I want to know. I mean, she's not my favorite character in Genshiken, but she is really good. I think I'm going to put her in top tier. This girl from Kanagi, haven't seen. Kallen Stadfelt. Kallen is hot. She's kind of a meme. She's a total dipshit. I think I'd put her in mid tier. I like her. I don't even know who the fuck this bitch is. So, this is the girl from that fucking Okami Shichini Nakamatachi. I don't remember. I didn't watch it. Inuyasha is counted as a tsundere. All right. Inuyasha can go in mid tier. He's fine. Same goes for his fucking Kagome waifu. This girl, I think she's from Love Live. Don't know anything about her. Shauna definitely belongs in the low tier. She is kind of garbage. The only reason I'm not putting her in shit tier is that I like her design too goddamn much. Louise, she can go in high tier. She's a good girl. Kaguya, I don't really see how she can be considered a tsundere, really, when I think about it. Who is she tsundere for? I don't really think she qualifies, but I'm going to put her in God tier because she's a fucking fantastic character. Kagami is like kind of the joke is that she's not really a tsundere, but she gets called one by fucking Konata. I don't really think she qualifies, in all honesty, but I'm gonna put her in top tier. Oh, Misaka, the meme princess. She is the one who wins all of the waifu wars, and I don't really know why. She's a very bland character. She's kind of hot, but not that hot. I'm going to put her in low tier. She's fine. Oreimo, she's a terrible, terrible character if you go past the first 3 episodes. She is really hot. Probably has some of the most porn of her, of anybody. We'll put her in low tier. This girl, I don't even know who she is. Nagi-san Zenin is going to go in mid-tier. She's fine. This girl from Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai. I know a lot of people really like this character. This is one of my brother Shade's favorite characters. She is probably the best thing about the show, but it's not a good show. So I'm going to put her in mid-tier. Aria the Scarlet Ammo. I only watched like 1 episode of this, but this bitch seemed really insufferable. So I'm putting her in shit tier. I don't know who this girl is. This is the girl from Seiken no Blacksmith. I didn't watch it. I don't know this girl. This girl does not look familiar. This is the Kaicho wa Maid-sama I did not watch. Kyo from fucking Clannad. Probably, and I know someone's going to be mad about this, probably the shittiest character in the whole fucking show. I'm putting her in shit tier. I think she's completely uninteresting and unentertaining and just annoying to have on screen. This is that guy from Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. He's one of the funniest characters. I think I'd put him in top tier. This girl from Love Hina. I never actually watched Love Hina. I think this is Kyo from Fruits Basket. I haven't seen enough Fruits Basket to judge him. Fucking Christina. She's going in the... I think I'm putting her in high tier. I think she's a little overrated. She's hot as fuck, and she's good. She's a good character in the story, but she's not really that interesting. Like I would not waifu her. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, Vegeta as a tsundere is definitely. He might honestly be god tier. He is a pretty memorable fucking character. I'll put him in top tier. And this looks like the main character from Nodame Cantabile, I think. I'm not sure. If it is, I'm going to put him in high tier. He's pretty fun. There you go. There's my tsundere ranking. I guess if I have to choose the GOAT out of the 5 that I have in God tier, I mean, like, Asuka's probably the best written character, but I don't really see her as a tsundere. Kaguya is not a tsundere at all. So... is Haruhi even really a tsundere? Does she really have... I guess so. I guess, yeah, she counts. Taiga definitely counts. Senjo Gahara, I mean, it's kind of a meme in the show that she be considered a tsundere. Out of the 3 of them, I find Haruhi the most attractive. Taiga, I think, has the best, like, character arc, but Senjo Gahara is the most interesting. I'm going to follow my dick and put Haruhi as the GOAT. So there you are. There's my tsundere tier list. Hopefully, we're all satisfied. Next up, Studio DEEN TV anime Digibro has watched Tierlist Maker. And by watched, they mean at least one full episode of. This is a huge number of categories. There's God tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, E tier, F tier, and shit tier, followed by 2 forgettable. So, that's quite a lot of categories. But I definitely appreciate that somebody made a tier list of just the ones I've seen, at least some of. There's definitely some that are going to have to go in that 2 forgettable tier, though. Higurashi, big fan. Definitely going to put it up on A. I can't even tell what the fuck this is. 2 forgettable. Is this just the Urusei Yatsura TV show, or is it the movie? Well, I've seen like 4 episodes. I've been enjoying it a lot so far. I'm going to put it at B. What the fuck is this thing? Labyrinth? Is this that weird detective show? 2 forgettable. Umineko. I enjoyed Umineko. I'll put it at a B. More Higurashi. Just gonna put it all in the same category. Seitokai no Ichizone is pretty fun. Pretty fun show. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it at a B. I might have to move some of this stuff down if anything else actually makes it up there. This one, Hatenko Yugi, I'll give a C. It's enjoyable for the witty banter between the characters, but kind of doesn't really go anywhere. Rave Master. Man, I don't even remember the show for Rave Master. I read the manga mostly. Hanime... what the fuck is this shit? This doesn't look familiar to me. Kokoro Library, definitely 2 forgettable. What the fuck even? I can't recognize half these fucking shows. What is this, 07 and Ghost or something? Like, I don't fucking know. Hellgirl. I don't care for Hellgirl. It's just like a type of story I don't like. I think I only watched like 1 or 2 episodes of it, but it just seemed like something I would never want to watch. So I'm going to put that in F tier. What in the fuck is this? Is this like Kanazuki no Miko or something? Like, I can't fucking tell. 2 forgettable. Simone, one of the best Studio DEEN animes. I'm putting it in the A tier. This appears to be that one gay show. I don't remember. 2 forgettable. Giant Killing. Giant Killing is going to go in probably... I guess I'll put it in a D because I couldn't finish it. It's a soccer show with a great protagonist, kind of a neat concept, but it just looks so fucking bad, and it really drags its feet. It's ultimately not really worth watching. Fate Stay Night. Is this the original show or the Unlimited Blade Works movie? Let me see if they're both on here, because I'm gonna assume it's probably the show. I think this is just TV anime. Yeah. I didn't make it through. I thought it was more visually interesting than I was expecting. I was more invested than I thought I would be, but I still got really fucking bored and dropped it like 7 episodes in. So that's going in D. Puyo Puyo. It's a show about a very round cat with a pretty hot master. I guess it gets a C. I don't think I watched much of it, but this show I remember being dog shit. It was some dragon lolly bullshit fucking light novel thing. That's going in E tier. Gifu Dodo. I distinctly remember watching the first episode of this because it was so laughably fucking strange and bad. Definitely shit tier. Code E, I don't really remember. Shadow Skill, I watched 2 episodes of, and they were pretty badass. I don't know how the show goes from that point forward, but since we're judging everything else based on limited fucking knowledge, we'll put it in C tier. Fucking, not Show by Rock, but Bakumatsu Rock. This show is a hilarious meme. I only watched 4 episodes, but I did get a lot of enjoyment out of it, but like in an ironic way. So I'm going to put it on the C tier. Ranma 1/2 I actually really like. I'm going to give it a B. It has a lot of terrible episodes, but it also has a lot of great ones. Good old Rurouni Kenshin. Now, I'm pretty sure Studio DEEN only did the last part of this show. Like, I think it was a different studio, and then they took over for just the last third that nobody likes. So I'm going to mark it as, I mean, I haven't really seen any of that arc that Studio DEEN did, so we'll just put it in too forgettable for now. Log Horizon is God tier. Finally, something reaches the God tier. Read or Die, the TV show, was okay. I'd give it a C. Shion no O. This is a show about a girl who's like a king of mahjong, I think, if I remember. Or maybe it was shogi. Yeah, it was a shogi show. I think I made it halfway through this and just kind of lost interest. I'll put it in the D tier. Fruits Baskets. I think this must be the original. Too forgettable. Maria Samagami Teru. Pretty great show. I give it a B. This is just another season of it, so that's staying with it. Oh, fucking Tokugatan. This is like the weirdest fucking show ever. The story is told backwards, episode for episode. It's very sexualized, very confusing. It's just like totally out there, man. I watched like half of it and I don't remember any of it. I want to watch it again. It probably belongs in like the C or D tier, but we're just gonna say too forgettable for now. The fucking zombie Kore wa zombie desu ka? This was alright. I'd put it in C tier. Same goes for this one. What was this called? Amagami? Something like that. I really wanted to like this show because the main character is super likable. It's kind of an interesting isekai. Well, it's really, a guy gets isekai'd into the past of Japan, but there's like, you know, monsters and shit. It was just that like the actual story was very plotting and generic, so I kind of gave up on it, but I'd put it in the C tier regardless. What the? Oh, Nurari Hyon no Mago. I don't even remember watching an episode of that. Konosuba. That's going in A tier. Really fucking funny show. Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. I'm putting it in B tier. I thought it was really solid, but I kind of got lost in the weeds in the second half of the first season. I still haven't watched the second season yet, so we'll see how that affects my score. Super Lovers. I don't even think I finished an episode of this. I think it probably belongs in the shit tier. Tonkatsu DJ Agetaro is going in B tier, almost A tier. Very fucking charming show. Sakamoto is going in A tier because it's fucking hilarious. This was that one where the girl's dating like a 10-year-old, but he looks like a grown man. Good meme, but not really a memorable show. Probably D tier. This thing I remember just watching, like, this was like a weird short that was really fucking bad. That's going in shit tier. This is more Konosuba. I'm not sure which one's season 1 and which one's season 2. This looks like season 2. I didn't like season 2 quite as much as season 1. Well, I remember them kind of being like on par almost. I'll just put it right next to it. Why the fuck not? It's all Konosuba to me. This one is looks like some little girl's show. Is this like Fairy Lou, the show that I watched Raw, like the first episode? I don't know. Too forgettable. King of Bandits Jing. Man, I didn't like the anime as much as the manga, but it does have some strengths to it. I think I'll put it in C tier. I can't not. The nostalgia is too powerful. What the heck is this now? Oh, this was that Nurari Hyon. No, not Nurari Hyon no Mago, right? What was this one? It was I did a finish or fail full dive on it, and it wasn't very good. I put it in F tier. Oh God, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's Soul Eater? No, that's Soul Eater is a different show. This is Soul Reaver, Soul. God fucking damn, I can't remember. I watched this whole show way back, and I never really understood what the hell was going on. Apparently, it's like a very truncated adaptation of a much longer manga, and that's why it's so fucking confusing. I think it's probably safe to put it in E tier. Eat Man, I've only seen the first few episodes. I enjoyed them. They're very weird. Wait, Eat Man is DEEN? I think it was, yeah. I think it must have been that this guy, the guy who directed it, who's the same guy who directed iCity, went on to form B-Train not long after making Eat Man. I enjoyed what I saw of it. I'm going to put it in C tier. DNA Squared, I've only seen the first episode, but I did like it a lot. I think it could be B or C. I need to watch more, but based on just the first episode, I'm going to put it in the B tier. And lastly is, it looks like Sankareya, right? But I don't remember watching the anime of that, so I'm just going to say too forgettable. And there you go. The only God tier anime they've done is, in my book, is Log Horizon. But everything in A tier, I have a strong attachment to. The B tier shows are all good. Everything from God through B here is definitely worth watching. All right, that's enough DEEN. Let's move on to Redditcore anime tier list maker. It's really funny because when I think Redditcore, I basically think shows I don't like that Reddit likes. Obviously Reddit and I like plenty of the same shit, so there's plenty of shit on here that I like, which is not surprising because it's not as though if you had a huge community of people they wouldn't like things that are good. Some of these things I'm surprised to hear that Reddit likes. I've never seen Reddit talk about techno lies. I don't know when that became Redditcore. A lot of these I have not seen all of. I think I'm just going to do this really without comment because I've talked about all this fucking shit elsewhere at this point. So Legend of Galactic Heroes, definitely one of a kind. Technolize, also one of a kind. I don't know why they chose to put one of a kind as one of the ratings, but that's where we're going. I have no opinion on Monster. Cowboy Bebop is an absolute favorite. Mononoke, definitely one of a kind. Eva, absolute favorite. Toradora, I mean, the phrase one of a kind does not describe this show necessarily, but I like it a lot, so I'm putting it in that category. Samurai Champloo is amazing. Hunter x Hunter 2011, absolute favorite. Wolf Children, I think, is just good. Shinsekai Yori, dog shit. JoJo Part 1. I mean, I haven't seen the second, everybody likes the second arc the most. We're going to say no opinion this time. Attack on Titan, mediocre. Love comedy, bad. Katana Gatsuri, okay. There's a lot of fucking categories on this list. I only watched the first episode of this. I'm going to say no opinion. Code Geass is, it's great. It's a great show. Tatami Galaxy. Do I think it's amazing? It's pretty amazing. Hyoka. It's mediocre. Gurren Lagann, absolute favorite. Non Biori is, the second season is okay. The first season is mediocre. So we're going to leave it there. Welcome to the NHK is great. Madoka Magica is pretty amazing. Not going to lie. Ping Pong is also pretty fucking amazing. Ergo Proxy is bad. This fucking April whatever bullshit show, I am never going to watch this. So we're just going to put it in no opinion. Or dog shit. I don't really care. But, we'll leave it in no opinion because so many people are going to skip to the end and just comment about how they're pissed off about where I put it. Didn't watch the 2015 Fate Stay Night. Steins Gate is an absolute favorite. Maybe one of a kind. Just because I don't want to have it on the same level as my 10 out of 10 shows. Fate Zero, pretty amazing. Gintama, absolute favorite. Mushishi is, it's great. Yuri Yuri, I don't care about Yuri Yuri, mediocre. Bakemonogatari is, pretty one of a kind. Ooh, what the fuck is this shit now? Is this Yuki Yuna? Is Yuki Yuna popular on Reddit? I didn't know that. Mediocre. Nichijou is great. Mononoke Hime is an absolute favorite. I don't know why I've taken to calling it that. One Punch Man is pretty great. K-On! Absolute favorite. Fooly Cooly. Absolute favorite. Arya is I have to rewatch Arya, but I'm going to put it in good for now, because that's how I felt about it at the time. Konosuba is amazing. Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju is pretty great. My Hero Academia is good. ReZero is mediocre. Anohana, I haven't seen enough of that to really make a strong judgment. Mob Psycho 100 is amazing. Flip Flappers is... I only watched the first 3, but I didn't hate it. I'd probably say it's okay. It's probably fair to say it's okay. Sangatsu no Lion, absolute favorite. Fucking Dragon Maid, ooh, one of a kind. We're not quite going to put it amongst the absolute favorites because they look pretty amazing. This show, if it is what I remember it being, was pretty bad. Didn't make it that far. Unless it's something else that I don't remember. Tsurezuri Children was great. Pretty great. Made in Abyss was pretty great. Your Name... it's good. Overlord is bad. Hoseki no Kuni is great. The Girls' Last Tour I did not watch. Place Further in the Universe is okay. Darling in the Franxx is pretty mediocre. Gakko Garashi is kind of amazing. Serial Experiments Lane is definitely one of a kind. No question. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is dog shit. I can't believe that Reddit even likes that movie, or that anyone likes that movie. That Time I Got Reincarnated as Slime is pretty great. Goblin Slayer I didn't really watch. Bunny Girl, dog shit. Grand Blue, it's pretty bad. Clannad, it's mediocre. Violet Evergarden, I don't even want to have an opinion about. Zombieland Saga is good. Fucking Koe no Katachi is great. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is kind of amazing. The Promised Neverland, kind of bad. Kaguya-sama, dog shit. Fucking this, what even was this one? Is this the Hitori Bochi show that's on right now? Well, I've enjoyed what I've seen of it so far. I'd say it's pretty great. Mawaru Penguin Drum, I haven't seen enough in long enough to form an opinion on, but I intend to. Review Starlight I thought was really mediocre, if not bad, from what I saw. Revolutionary Girl Utena, though, is definitely one of a kind. Perfect Blue is amazing, and Hibike Euphonium is great. So there you go. I like most of the stuff that Reddit likes, which is not surprising because most of it's just good anime that most people like. But, you know, some of it is dog shit, as it tends to be. So last but not least, A-1 Pictures. This is definitely not a complete list because I know they have like 300 shows. But let's see if we can blitz through it. Anohana I'm going to put as haven't watched, as well as this movie. I was really disappointed in Blue Exorcist because I liked the manga and the anime was pretty bad. What in the fuck is this? I can't even tell. There's so much. It's just more Blue Exorcist. All right, well, we'll put the other ones in. Well, this I think is the first season. So, Asterisk War is absolutely terrible, obviously. Aldano Zero is bad. Bad. Is this Kuro Shitsuji? I didn't really watch that shit. What is this? Servant S Service or Blend S? Yeah, it's Blend S. I didn't watch it. Bunny Girl, terrible. The Dullahan Show. This one was okay. I made it a few episodes into that. I didn't really watch this. Starling in the Franxx was okay, I guess. Erased was definitely bad. Eromanga Sensei was absolutely terrible. Fairy Tail, absolutely terrible. I don't think anybody needs to be told that. Fate Apocrypha, absolutely fucking terrible. Gate, absolutely terrible. God damn. How does one studio make so many bad shows? Is this more Gate or is this something else? I can't tell what this is. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Probably haven't seen it. Grimgar, I didn't watch very much of this. I thought it was pretty bad. Idolmaster is okay. Kaguya-sama is terrible. IMO. Kanagi, I didn't watch. Magi, I tried. I only watched the first episode and I was pretty drunk. And I was definitely pretty offended. But I'm just going to say I haven't seen it. Nanana's Buried Treasure was bad, which is unfortunate because it starts off good. Promised Neverland? Is A1 Pictures doing Promised Neverland? I didn't even realize that. Well, it was bad. Occultic 9 I thought was pretty okay. I don't know if I want to call it great, but I definitely liked it more than the shows I've put in the okay category, so we're putting it in great. Ore Emo Season 2 I never watched. This show I didn't bother with. Perfect Insider, I liked the first episode. I haven't seen any more of it. Is this that Persona 5 adaptation that sucks? If so, it was absolutely terrible. This thing was terrible. This is that fucking How to Make a Boring Girlfriend. It's bad. There's another season of it. Sword Art Online 2, absolutely terrible. Alicization, absolutely terrible. What the fuck is this thing now? Oh, it's another Sword Art. Is this the movie or just like a... Oh, no, this is the movie. We're just going to put all the Sword Arts where they belong. Fucking... This looks like Seven Deadly Sins. I didn't know they worked on that. Maybe I knew at some point. I would just classify it as bad, but I've only seen like some of the first season. I haven't seen the rest of it. What is this? Oh, this is Servant X Service. Yeah, I didn't watch any of that. Shelter, I thought was just like okay, I guess. Shinsekai Yori, absolutely terrible. Silver Spoon is probably okay. Sora no Oto, I'm willing to say is great based on my memories of it. Space Bros, I barely watched. Suritama's pretty great. What the fuck is this thing? I don't recognize it. I never bothered with this. Working was a big disappointment. I didn't watch season 3, but I watched the first 2. I would say that the first season was probably... They're both... I guess it's pretty bad. I didn't really get much out of it. I watched 2 whole seasons, but I much prefer the manga. Didn't really watch the Zvezda plot. Dropped the stupid Wotakoi after the first episode. So that's going to be marked as terrible. And I didn't really watch much of Shigatsu. So there you go. A1 Pictures, they've made 3 good shows. I mean, there's other stuff that they've made that is good. It says includes all anime, but it clearly doesn't because there's no Dokusei, which I would have probably put in the masterpiece tier just compared to all the other shit in here. And Oki, Ichinensei, Tochi-san, and Ninensei would have been great or masterpiece tier. I don't care about anything else that's missing. And there you go, everybody. That's the last tier list for a while. I'm fucking sick of these for now. See you later.